Mark, Jonah, good morning to you, or should I say Gaffer. Nice to speak to you a week after the last game, and I believe congratulations is ordered for both of you.
Yes, thank you very much. I've agreed a 2-year deal to stay on as Kings Lynn Town manager, so I'm absolutely delighted by that. After Sunday's semi-final defeat, I met the chairman the next day, and it was a brief conversation to start off with, and he asked me to take the role, and I was absolutely delighted. So yeah, we are here today, and I'm really happy that Jonah's agreed to stay on as a player coach. My 5-6 interim games, he was really brilliant with us. He took to the role really well, and I was just delighted that he agreed to stay on. So he's going to stay as a player coach role, and in the next week or so we'll announce maybe 1 or 2 coaches coming in to work along beside us.
Fantastic. And what does that mean to you, Jonah? Are you delighted with the sort of change in role going forward?
Yeah, it was something that I never really focused on when I was a player. That little interim period helping the gaffer out opened my eyes to it. I enjoyed it. And when he asked me to stay on in that role, I was delighted to agree.
Fantastic. And sort of the terms of the contract going forward, so what can we expect as a club from you guys? How long are you going to be in this position, I guess?
Obviously it was a short period. I took over, and I was really delighted that the chairman showed faith in me and given me the 2-year contract. There's going to be rebuilding going on, which happens every summer at every club. I know that. We had that disappointment of not getting up to the National League. But we'll deal with that. It's still a little bit raw because it's less than a week. But as a group, we've 9 players under contract, which is great for next year. Discussions are taking place daily, hourly with other ones that we would like to keep. So in the next week or so, we'll be knowing more what our squad will be. But I'm also speaking to players from outside of the club. It's really important we have fresh faces in and give us that boost which we need and really excite the fans, and that's the message, that we're going to have a young, exciting team. We'll be working hard for each other and continue on the great work we had last year.
How do you prepare for the close season in the situation you were in? Do you start looking at players, and have you got a shopping list of who you're looking for, or what types of player you're looking for?
Well, yes, you obviously have to be prepared for both leagues. So we have a list of players, more so positions that we need to strengthen in. And in the coming weeks we'll be working tirelessly to get a few new bodies in. But it's exciting because seeing new players in, it boosts the whole squad. It was a bit like last year when we got the injured players back. It gave everybody a boost, and we won those 5 league games in a row. So yeah, it's exciting times, and I'm looking forward to getting back into pre-season already.
You mentioned pre-season, and we're in the end sort of 5 games near enough. Last season we hit the ground running. I think we went 11 games unbeaten. How do you try and prepare to emulate or move forward from that?
Well, luckily we were both here in that period. We're staying full time. We're staying full time here at the Hive in Ely. It gives us, more time with the players. Obviously, the more time you spend, the fitter you get. So we're going to base ourselves on that full time role of playing football and fitness. It's going to be huge. We obviously haven't looked into detail too much about pre-season games. That'll all start next week. But my message would be get as many games as you can, because match fitness is what it's all about, and we want that start that we had last year, and it put us in a great position for the rest of the season.
And Jonah, how are you seeing yourself managing your career moving forward now between the 2 roles? Are you looking to be competitive still as a goalkeeper, or do you see yourself stepping back a little bit more and being the support and the coach?
No, so I still need to be competitive. I'm still registered as a player, so I have to do my part on the pitch to keep levels high, push whoever's in with me as a keeper, and then obviously however I can help the manager outside of the training pitch, I will.
I'd just like to add on that. Obviously he was pushing really hard to get back in the side for the playoff positions, and he's been fantastic in training. And I said to him, you're too fit to stop, because I know the last 2 years when I've stopped, it's not nice. So if you can juggle both roles, that would be great, but he'll certainly be pushing for that starting position.
Tempted to lace up your boots again?
Maybe 18 months ago, but definitely not now.
Too much time consumption.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it changing both of your days when you start looking ahead and thinking about going to reserve games, going to watch youth games? Does that change the whole structure of your personal lives?
Yes, certainly, and I'm prepared for that. I had a little taster of it for 5 to 6 weeks. I know that what the role takes slightly now. I've got good friends in management, and they're always on the end of the phone for me because, luckily we won games, and that feeling of last Sunday, I don't want that too often of losing. But in terms of your day to day, well, obviously Tommy was brilliant to work off because he set up a structure of how scouting and analysis and our working week. So that won't change too much for the players how we do it. It's just something that I'm really excited to get into my teeth into it. But I know it's going to take a lot more hours than it was just as a coach.
Is that the same for you, Jonah? Do you see it being more chasing other things around the structure of the squad rather than just purely the fitness and the playing side of it now?
Yeah, so when I was just a player, you literally focused just on preparing yourself for training, matches. Now you have lots of different thoughts going through your head about how you can help other players develop, preparation for the matches coming up, lots of other little things. So there's more to it now, yeah.
And what can you hope for from the fans? Because obviously the attendances have gone up considerably, almost week in, week out, through the reign of Tommy, Hugo and yourself. Do you want more from them? What can they do to do their bit for you?
Obviously, to start, I think they've certainly got value for money. We've loads of entertaining games at the Walks this year, and to have a finish like we did and trying to win the league in the last day of the season, which is what you're in the game for. We've obviously had our good cup runs, which was great. The message honestly would be, please come and support us, buy your season tickets, please. That will go all back into our budget. So myself and the chairman have had this conversation. In the next week or so they'll be coming out, so please support early because we're going to work as hard as we can to provide a team similar to last year and how well we've done, but we need your support.
Do you think the squad will stay at the same sort of numbers? Will it be bigger? Is it being cut overall?
It's really early days, but it will stay similar. There's key players that we need to keep, and I know who they are. As I said, luckily we've got 9 under contract, and I've spoke to all of them individually, and they seemed happy that I've got the job, which was always nice. But the message is, come and support us because we're going to have a good core of last year with new, young, exciting team.
And lastly, the relationship for you now with the chairman, how has that evolved in the last week or so?
It's been excellent. Honestly, since the moment I've took it, he's been nothing but supportive. The chairman loves his football, absolutely loves it, lives and breathes it. I know he's a big Chelsea fan, but Kings Lynn at heart, so he really wants the best for this club, and we've had the conversation. We need the support of the fans to keep this place rocking that it has been the last season, 18 months that we've been here.
Congratulations to you both. Look forward to the new season.
Thank you.
Thank you.